Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome to a Battlefield 3 commentary. First off, I'd like to say apologies for the fact that you can hear my voice and Kai's voice in the gameplay. That's Tiger Gut, the guy in my squad. When I use Fraps, I have to record his sound of his voice, otherwise it won't record the game sound. And also record my voice as well, because I think it's better to record both voices in case I just decide to upload something so you can hear both of us and it kind of makes more sense. So apologies for that, but it's quite low so you probably won't be able to hear it too much over my voice. I've been playing quite a lot of Battlefield 3. Been finding it quite addictive when I actually play with someone or with a team. It's definitely a team game, but I'll go into that a bit more later in the commentary. But the thing is with Battlefield 3, I've been finding it hard to play games where I'd consider gameplays that I could upload and show you guys, because as you know, pretty decent Call of Duty player, used to getting good standard of gameplays that are quite impressive and being able to show those off and show people how to improve. And as you can probably tell, that's not really the case for me on PC yet. I'm tending to find I'm finishing in the top couple of players every game, not a problem. It's very rare that I'll finish in a bad position, but it's not like when you're on a console where you sometimes come up against lobbies of people you can just dominate and it's just easy to, you know, outskill a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, when you're playing on PC, 90%, if not more, of the people playing on PC have got some sort of gaming rig going on, and if you invest that kind of money in your gaming, you're probably not someone who's very casual. You're probably like quite into your games, probably a lot of experience. So you tend to come up against lobbies full of people who are all pretty good. You know what they're doing. They're not stupid. They won't look the wrong way. They see you. They won't miss. You know, they're accurate. So it can be difficult to dominate games. Not difficult really to do well. I tend to find I'm doing quite well, but you know, dominate in terms of the kind of standard that I'm used to uploading for a YouTube commentary, and the standard that I think a lot of people come to expect for commentaries. But I do well in this game, and I think you guys like to hear what I think about the game, my thoughts on the game. And I know I like to watch videos of other people. I learn stuff all the time, even if they're not even that good. Just from watching stuff they do, you tend to pick up things that you didn't know before. And in this gameplay, you can see I'm using the F2000. I thought a lot of you might want to check this gun out, because you unlock it not quite late, but it's quite far into the assault rifle upgrades. You don't get it by ranking up, you get it by using the assault class. I'm not sure if you call it the medic class or the assault class. I suppose it's both, really. So I didn't think you would have seen many gameplays with this gun, and if you have, it wouldn't be too many. So I can explain what this gun's like and how I've been finding it. I've only used it for a few games, but it's something a little bit different, and thought you guys might want to see. I mean, normally, to be honest, when we start off in this outside park, I think you call it a park, I suppose, I'd use something that's not so good at close quarters. I found this F2000 is quite a good close quarters weapon. So normally in the park, I'd start off with like an M16, something a little bit longer range with a nice red dot or holographic on it, so I can just pick people off and go at it that way. But you can see here, me and Kai, who's Tiger Gut, are defending. We lost those two bomb sites, unfortunately, but this is the thing with Battlefield. I mean, I think it's absolutely brilliant, but it's definitely a game that's dependent on teamwork, and there's nothing wrong with a game that's highly dependent on teamwork. The only problem is if you can't find a team, or for some reason you can't communicate, or you know, you're finding it difficult to talk to your team, or like telling them what to do, but they're not really responding to what you say. So it can be difficult, which is a shame, because you know, not everyone always has friends around. But I do believe in the full release there's going to be team deathmatch modes. I'm not 100% sure about the game modes in the full release, but that would be good, because the team deathmatch mode probably isn't going to be so highly reliable on you actually communicating with your team so much in terms of planting bombs and pushing forward and whatever. You can see I'm doing quite well with this F2000. Now we're inside. F2000 is a really nice gun. The good points I've found is it is brilliant for hip fire spray in close quarters. I didn't really notice this until like towards the second half of this gameplay you're watching here. But if you just run down the corridors and hip spray, it's got a really fast fire rate, does a decent amount of damage, so it will outgun a lot of things. We're saying that a lot of the guns are pretty deadly in this. In terms of longer range, it's pretty decent. I mean, I'm looking forward to using this gun. It's I I quite like the unlock system of all these scopes and things in Battlefield, 'cause it does always feel like you're unlocking something, and the fact that it doesn't have that the kill streak thing, which I know people are like, oh, COD fanboy, blah, you want your kill streaks. Well, I don't really want kill streaks, but the things with kill streaks is it kind of gives you that buzz, that, you know, adrenaline, a kind of rush and addiction that you get from unlocking things. That's just a normal human reaction. These people make these games, they understand addiction, and they understand what makes people keep playing, and it is like constant unlocks and constant rewards, points flashing up. Oh, you've got this now, you've got that now, you know. A lot of that makes the game very addictive. Yeah, sure, a game can be successful without that. I mean, look at a Counter-Strike, for example. This guy's just standing there. Do I get a knife on him? Yeah, I do a knife. Don't do the knife very often because the animation takes a little while, and I think that's really good, actually, because it stops people from just going around on knifing sprees like they do in Call of Duty. You won't see people going around crazy knifing too much in Battlefield, and that's a good thing in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, when you unlock a lot of stuff, it does make it very addictive, and I think that's one of the reasons why I found it quite addictive, because when I was playing this last night, I said to my friend, like, it was about 2 in the morning, I said, oh, do you know what, I'm not far off that F2000, I think I want to keep playing until I get that F2000, so I just kept using it and using it and using it, and then Kai's saying to me, oh look, there's a dude going around with a robot who can plant bombs. I'm like, a robot that can plant bombs? You got to get that, man, go get that robot with the bombs. Sorry, that was a horrible bit of shooting there. I knew they were going to be there as well. So I think that's on the engineer class. You get a robot that plants bombs. It's like a freaking little Wally. You know Wally? He zooms around and he actually plants the bombs. It's amazing. Like, and I had one, I think it might even be in this match, and it started planting the bomb. Like, what is this thing? I started shooting it. I'm like, what's going on? And then the guy put in the text chat, like, stop shooting my robot. I was like, oh, sorry, man. But anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. F2000 here, this is probably the best time to use it once you're in these little hallways. I'll give you guys little tips from my experiences, but I'm not going to give you guys tips as in like this is how to be a Battlefield 3 pro, because I'm definitely not at the standard where I know, you know, a lot more about the game than say, you know, some other commentators on here. But I will give you my experiences. I do learn fast, and there's a lot of things that I can share with you that you guys might find useful. If here I try and get a revive, I don't know about you guys, but I can't get off the medic class. I just love the defib and I love the health packs. Are the health packs overpowered? What do you think? I mean, it is a big advantage. For you guys who don't know, I haven't played with Battlefield 3, and yes, I'm going to make a Call of Duty comparison again, but that's just because a lot of my audience are Call of Duty players, so if they're going to play another first-person shooter, they want to know the differences and how it's going to react differently. In Battlefield 3, you do regenerate health, however, it's a lot slower than Call of Duty. And what this means is that you can't really go on killstreak rampages. You can, but you're going to have to hope that no one's shooting at you because your health doesn't regenerate as quick. In Call of Duty, you'll get a kill, duck behind cover, come back out. By the time you've come back out, your health is fully regenerated. In Battlefield, I think it must be about 10 seconds or around that your health just does not regenerate. So having that health pack, like getting shot, getting down, throwing that health pack out here like I am here. I mean, I think I damaged myself here by running into the fire, but I just find it more useful than any other class. And although to be fair, the fact that I've been using medic so much is kind of a cool thing because it makes me think, oh, I'm going to can't wait to use all the other stuff because I'm going so hard on the medic class that, you know, I've unlocked the F2000 and yet there's all these cool guns in the other classes that I haven't used yet, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, back to the health thing. It basically means that you can't, it's not as easy to go on big kill streaks because if you see a lot of people, your health isn't going to regenerate. You can see here I'm doing some good work with this F2000 now. And it's quite a nice mechanic actually. I quite like that idea, you know, the trade-off. And although, I mean, there's the revive thing with the defib, and a lot of people complain about Second Chance and Last Stand in other Call of Duty games and other first-person shooters, and I'm one for sure. I mean, if you guys know me, I actually made a song called "You're a Noob" talking about Second Chance players. I think it's not the fact that Second Chance annoys me; it's the fact that they can shoot you. Here we go. I start hip spraying here down this hallway, and it works quite well. I don't mind that people get a chance to be revived, or that they get a chance to, you know, their teammate to help them out. Oh, attack light, they're so annoying. It's the fact that they can shoot you once they go down. It's like once you've outskilled them, I don't mind if they lie there as long as they can't shoot you. Do you know what I mean? If they get revived by a teammate, I think that's fair enough. It's not a horrible mechanic, you know. It's a decent game mechanic. And it's a good thing to have. There I was a bit sneaky, used the health pack to good effect, as you can see. And to be honest, I don't see myself going off of medic. I don't know about you guys. A combat efficiency ribbon, that's pretty good, because you know you're doing well when you get one of those. Yes, this F2000. You see, I've got attack light on the freaking, what's it called? On the pistol there. But I can't make my mind up about the tactical light, because the problem is the amount of times I found it really annoying when my teammate is using the tactical light, because it still flashes in the faces of your teammates. So there I dropped something thinking it was going to be a medipack. Now I realised I picked up someone else's class and I'm actually dropped down an ammo box, but I still managed to get another kill. This is quite a beastly little part of the game here. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about the assault class. No, I've actually completely lost what I was talking about in terms of the assault class. I mean, I was just basically saying I like it. That's the end thing. I like it. Oh no, I was talking about the tactical lights. The lights, yeah, they are annoying. And the amount of times I've had my teammates throw, look, like that. I started shooting him because I can't tell if he's friendly or not. So, yeah, they're good. But at the same time, I don't want to annoy my teammates. Do you know what I mean? Not because I've got some big moral issue about it, but you're trying to help your team out, and it might help you out, but if it's gonna wind your teammates up, I don't know. But maybe that's how they try to balance it out a bit, so that it wasn't like really annoying. It's the fact that it does annoy your teammates, and maybe less people will use it. But I don't know. I just prefer without, to be honest. Do I get the double spray? No. I just prefer without the tactical light, because I don't want to annoy my teammates, and it looks stupid when you're outdoors. People can, when you're outside, people can see it on your gun, and you're a lot easier to spot. So I tend to just run without. And one tip that I actually read from someone else's comment that sounded like a really good tip, and I wasn't sure about this until they actually put this, is when you actually start a round, or when you start, always go for the recon class first and then set your spawn point. Like normally Tiger, as you can see in this game, Tiger Gut is being the recon and setting the mobile spawn point. I thought that once you changed from, say, recon to medic, that your mobile spawn point would go. Apparently that's not the case, and that's quite a big deal, because that means you can put your spawn point wherever you want, and then just turn to any class. So you've got your mobile spawn point, plus you've got all the abilities of the of your other class that you've got going here. This F2000 is pretty sexy, don't you think? I mean, it's always the thoughts, F2000 in Modern Warfare 2 is horrible, but this one's pretty good. Yeah, so that's quite an interesting mechanical, though. To be honest, I've found, oh my god, try and shoot him with my defib. I just lied down thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but you just think, oh, I'm screwed here anyway. I'll just click and see. I wonder if you can kill someone with your defib. I remember we actually started talking about it at this part in the game. We're saying, can you kill someone with your defib? If anyone knows if you can kill people with your defib, let me know, because that would be pretty freaking hilarious. So you can see in this gameplay, Tiger Gut has put his mobile spawn point at B, and I found this is a pretty good place to put it, because although people are quite on, they're quite up to date with mobile spawn points. I think the first day or two, people didn't realise what they were, but now a lot of people are onto them. When they see them, they know to either camp by them or they know to shoot them. Look, hip spray F2000, what a gun! And so, if you put it actually by a bomb site, like they have done there, normally when people actually run into the bomb site or the MCOM station, they're too worried about getting the plant on. Do you know what I mean? They're panicking, like, quick, get the plant on, get the plant on. They're not looking around for your mobile spawn point. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a mobile spawn point further up, so that, you can get a lot of kills when you're further up the map, but if you actually put it there, the amount of times where they've just not been able to get B, because they might shoot me, but as soon as I spawn, I'm there with them, and you can at least spray down one person normally. So it's actually not a bad idea at all to do that here. You can see Tiger Guy is getting a really good score. I have to admit, Kai is really good Battlefield 3 player. He finishes, I think I've only finished above him once, and it's normally me and him in the top, but I've only finished above him once, and he's like in the 40s now, while I'm still in the 20s somewhere. He's really, really playing it a lot and really loves it. So I'm glad that I've got someone like that I can play with. And honestly, I would like to play with some of you guys, and it's nothing, I've added everyone that has added me to Battlefield. If you want to add me on my Origin, it's JAYEX23 if you want to play Battlefield PC with me. But I just like to play with people who I kind of know, so that I can kind of have an understanding with them. It's a lot easier to talk to them, and yeah, okay, I'll chat with new people eventually, but And that's just the way it is. There, to be honest, I was just trying to be a bit greedy, get a kill at the end. I normally wouldn't have gone for the kill, but I knew the game was going to be over, and that was it. I think I go 21 and 10, which, you know, is nothing amazing in terms of, you know, kill-death ratios, but it's a good score for that game. The game didn't even last that long, so 20 kills isn't that bad. Unlocked loads of stuff, got some real nice sprays, and hopefully when you guys unlock the F2000, or maybe you have already, but if you haven't, and when you do unlock it, you'll know to get that hip fire on down them corridors, and you'll be able to pull off some beastly little clips. Like I had some good ones in there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe and like and favourite the video. All of that stuff really helps me out. Only takes a second, and I'll see you guys soon.